Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Oris ChronOris Date. Now right off the bat, I want to remind you we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, taking a look at this fantastic piece. An interesting thing to note is JB Hudson just recently became an Oris authorized retailer, so there are many other watches we're going to be reviewing from Oris in the coming weeks, so definitely stay tuned with those, as I know you guys love those. So now we'll get started with this watch. So as I said, this is the Oris ChronOris Date. Now, one very interesting thing that must be noted before considering purchasing this is that this is not an actual chronograph. Now, I didn't realize this, frankly, until today. I assumed it was a monopusher chronograph, just like the Omega Chronostop, because it looks very, very similar to that watch. Even the accents of the orange are extremely similar to that. But no, it is not. So this watch, essentially how you operate the chronograph. Now I'll demonstrate this before I do anything else in the video. And what you need to do is you take out the crown just as if you were going to set it. It's got a Sellita SW200 movement, SW200-1, sorry. So it is a hacking movement, and what you do is you just pull out the crown, which you actually don't have to screw down. You do have to screw down this, which is for operating the inner bezel, as I'll demonstrate. So you pull out the crown, and the movement is hacking, so it'll stop the seconds once I do that. And then what you do is you unscrew this, and it will allow you to change that inner bezel ring, which is bidirectional, and you screw that back in. And then when you're ready to time something, you just push the crown down, and it makes the seconds move. But I mean, you could use it as a chronograph. You also could use it as a diving bezel, although the water resistance of this is only 100 meters, so it's not an official dive watch, although you definitely could swim with it. But I just thought that was really interesting. They do make a model of this watch that does have an actual chronograph, but that has it has more buttons on it, which I think is hilarious. And it's not the actual. It's not an actual Omega Chronostop sort of thing. Now this watch definitely has heritage. It is modeled after the original ChronOris, which was released in 1970 and was intended for motorsport use. I do love the design, don't get me wrong. I just think that it's kind of silly that it's not an actual chronograph and it has chrono in the name. But as I said, I mean, the design is great. You have the beautiful orange accents all over the dial, and they look absolutely fantastic. You can see the finishing on the case is absolutely beautiful. You have both brushed and polished surfaces over the entirety of the watch. The case back is nothing really to speak of. It's a typical sports watch case back. And before I do a wrist shot here, I just want to say that this watch is available on multiple strap options. There's a NATO strap option, there's a leather strap option, which you see here, and it's got this actual beautifully motorsport-inspired leather strap. It looks fantastic. And then there's also, so I said there's a bracelet, and then there's also a NATO strap version, and that looks great as well. So now I'll try it on for a wrist shot. It's very easy to put on. The pin buckle clasp is very high quality. It's pretty thick, and it is definitely going to be durable if you end up purchasing this. So the 39mm case size looks great on the wrist. I'd imagine it would look amazing on pretty much anyone's wrist unless you have a really large wrist. Mine is about 6.5 inches in circumference. I know I say diameter in a lot of videos, so sorry about that. I mean circumference. Diameter would be pretty huge. But yeah, so anyways, this watch looks very good on the wrist. So if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. Thank you.